morning, it's another early start. I'm at Dawlish Warren. The weather is not looking good. Very overcast. So I'm going to try and do some minimalist style photography today. Not sure how it will turn out. I think it's going to be a bit windy as well, just as usual for me. Can't be a bit of wind noise. I'll go and set up. Hopefully we'll get a bit of colour. It's about 10 minutes before sunrise. You never know, it might burn through, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. Right, I've set up the first shot. We'll saying that, I'll tell a lie. You can see by my footprints that I've been trying a few shots already. Been trying a few shots looking into the kind of classic shot of the groin at a kind of 45-degree angle coming into the scene. It's not working that well though. I just think it's a lack of colour. They're coming out okay, but I'll stick a few up, but I'm kind of liking the more minimalistic style shots. So I've actually come closer to the groins here, and I'm actually shooting kind of down straight on them more. So they're kind of coming into the scene, but it's more of a straight leading line down into the kind of warning marker at the end. I was shooting around about 70-80 mil on the 24-105 I've got, but I kind of started liking the images around about 50 mil. So what I've actually done is I've gone and put the 50 mil prime lens I've got on. It's a very old lens, and it's basically from 1980 something. It's a Nikkor AIS lens, which does fit on the Canons with an adapter. It's this lens here. It's an old manual focus lens, so it is a bit tricky getting it in focus on the actual warning marker, because I'm shooting at f1.4. This lens has actually got the way down to 1.4, which I think is the widest the Nikons do, and it does get some funky effects at that aperture with this this camera. It's not very good at getting contrast sometimes. Today is a perfect example of that. It is kind of making the warning marker look a bit hazy at f1.4, but it gives you this really nice kind of look to it. It gives you a really nice vignette at 1.4 and just a nice soft scene. So I'm going to take a shot of that, and then I'm going to take a shot of it at a higher aperture, put them both up and just see which one you prefer. At f1.4, even though I'm quite far away from it, is kind of throwing the kind of foreground and stuff out of focus quite nicely, and the kind of background beyond the marker. So basically my settings with it, it's f1.4, so it's going to be a really quick image. So it's shooting at ISO of 50, like I say, f1.4, and that's giving an 80th of a second, and it's still quite dark. It's only around about sunrise now. So just take the image now. It's quite hard to see on the back of the camera, but it's giving it quite a nice vignette down in the bottom of the sand here and at the top. So that should come out quite nicely. I'm just going to do a shot of higher aperture now, just to compare them. So it's a manual focus, and it's also a manual aperture control. So you've got to turn this dial on the side to turn the aperture up. So at the moment it's at 1.4. We've got to go all the way up to f11 for it. Should still be in focus. There's no need to kind of refocus it. Nothing's changed. Take this shot, and I'll put them both up and see which one you prefer. Right, I've moved down a bit closer to it actually, and it's actually working a lot nicer. I'm liking the images from it a bit more. Because it's closer, it's throwing out the background a bit more and stuff like that. When I'm shooting at 1.4. It's also giving it a bit of a different angle really, so I'll stick all the images up, see which one you prefer. What I'm trying to do here as well is kind of contrary to what a lot of the time you're trying to do at the beach is capture the movement in the water. I'm actually trying to capture the scene with the tide or the water kind of out. So you get all these reflections in the sand. That way I can have the kind of marker coming down and getting all the kind of perfect reflections and some of the detail in the sand going up to it. So it's a bit tricky because there's not many waves that, or not much of the time that the kind of water's actually out enough to do it. So it's just about timing it really, it's just waiting, setting up the scene, kind of waiting until that point you can capture it. So I'm going to wait around here a bit longer, and this will be the last shot I'll do this lens. I'm going to get the normal one on so I can get the filters on top of it, and then I'll catch up with you in a minute and do some long exposure shots. Right, I'm doing some long exposures now. So I've got a 10 stop leaf filter on. It's making the scene quite blue because of the cast on the filter. They do seem to put a lot of casts on the image, those 10 stops. The good thing about them is it's easy to correct. I'm not sure what I prefer really. It's taken all the detail out of the water or the white froth, the long exposure. So I'm kind of doing more landscape shots with it. I can't get too close, so I keep on getting drenched with the water. I've got no wellies on, so. But yeah, slightly different angle. I'm still in quite close to it. Probably see the image on the back of the camera that I'm going for, but it's kind of quite a soft kind of long exposure of the water going over the groins here. Still with the kind of warning marker at the front of it. Those shots, most of them are done at 30 seconds, an ISO of f13 with the 10 stop on. But I put the ISO of 400 that was, and that's given me a 30-second image with the 10 stop on. And what I've also been doing is I've been putting the I got to walk back because the water. I've been putting the ISO up to about 800 as well, just so I can get that shutter speed down to about 13 seconds. It's giving me a bit more detail in the water. It's not quite blowing out as much. Right, this is going to be the last shot before I move on. I've got the 70 to 200 on now because at the beginning of this vlog I said I was going to try and do a minimalistic style image, and I don't think they've been very minimal at the moment. So I'm shooting straight down the groin onto the kind of warning marker thing. Two styles of shots really. I'm using a low f-stop, f4, focused on the warning marker. Trying to get a bit of blur in the background, going for a soft scene really. I've done a portrait already, and this scene is going to be a landscape. So basically I'm shooting, as I said, straight down, image or the 4-point or the focal point, sorry, right in the middle. Simple shot, and my settings for it are, f4. That is giving me a 5-second exposure I'm shooting around about 115 mil. On the portrait I was a lot more zoomed in, but to get the height of the object on the landscape I've had to kind of zoom back. Yeah, and that's an ISO of 100. I've got the 10 stop filter on. I did take a shot earlier without the filter, but I didn't really like it. There's too much detail in the water for it to be a minimalistic style shot. So I've whacked the filter on, blur out the water, smooth out the scene. I'm here or there, I can take it or leave it really. I think they do look quite nice to a degree, but I think it'd be nice if there's a bit more colour in the sky really. So they might work in a black and white, but I think it will be a shame in black and white to lose the red top of the marker. So I might do a bit of kind of adjusting, do a black and white, just keeping the red in the scene there, a bit of kind of colour selection in it. Should come out quite nicely. It's actually getting a bit busy on the beach now. There's quite a lot more people around, and it is the Easter break. So I'm probably going to go down to one of the breakwaters and get some shots, but it might be a bit too busy, so I'll see how it gets on. This is the breakwater I was looking for actually. I've seen a few pictures online. I didn't actually know where it was. I couldn't find it, kind of the location of it, but it is the one that's right kind of in town. Kind of, you've got to walk under this steel kind of railway bridge here, I assume it is. Yeah, it makes quite a nice simple kind of disappearing shot looking into the distance. I took a picture with outer an ND filter on without the 10 stop on a minute ago, and I quite like it actually. There's a bit of detail in the water, and there's quite a few nice colours on the actual breakwater wall here, but I don't think it's going to work as well with what I'm after. I'm after more of a simple shot, so I think the ND filter shots are going to come out better. What I might try and do is I might try and stack the original image without the ND filter on top, and just use a blending mode that's going to copy the colours from the one without the ND filter, just to try and get it a bit more natural. I'll have a play of it and I'll see if I need to or not. I might be able to just adjust the white balance enough in RAW to in post to get it how I want it. With the ND filter on, I'm trying to get as long a shutter speed as I can, so I'm just going straight for 30 seconds. There's no real need to do any more, and I'm shooting at f14 and an ISO of 200 to get that 30 seconds. It's getting a bit lighter now, and there is a bit more detail coming out in the sky here. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to up the exposure value slightly, probably shoot about half a stop more than I need to. A bit lighter, just to try and blur out the sky a bit more. I'm going to get a few shots like that, and then what I might do is I might stick a graduated filter on there as well, just to try and bring the sky down, and I might try and get a bit of a moody shot as well here, a bit of detail, and try and pull some kind of clarity and darkness in the sky out. So going for a few shots really. Not going to adjust my composition too much. I don't think there's too many ways you can really shoot this. I think this is probably about as good as I'm going to get. I'm probably something like 20 meters from the end, shooting down. I've got the 24-105 lens on again, and at the moment, yeah, I'm shooting around about 40 mil, so I'm not exactly zoomed in very far. I'm quite wide, so I'm going to stick with it, get a few more shots and put them up. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have liked it, give it a thumbs up, or if you want to chuck any comments down there, it'd be much appreciated, and I'll catch up with you in the future.